Hello everyone. Now in this video we will discuss about the chemical reactions. This topic will include the proper introduction of what actually a chemical reaction is and what are its characteristics. This all we are going to discuss here. So a chemical reaction is a reaction, or actually the chemical reactions are the process in which a new substance with new properties are formed. So any process or any change can be called as a chemical reaction if it forms a new substance with entirely new properties. In a chemical reaction, there are two parts. The arrow which you can see here, it is having two parts. A place before the arrow and the place after the arrow. So the substances or the things which are written on the left side of the arrow or on your left hand side, when you write any reaction on the piece of paper, the substances which fall on your left hand side are called as reactants, and the substances which are on the right hand side of the arrow or your right hand side is called as product. Right? What does it mean actually? It means when these two things will react, जब ये reaction करेंगे तो ये बनाएंगे. So reactants, they react to form product. And this process of reaction of reactants and making of product, which is entirely different from the reactant, this is called as a chemical reaction. One more thing you should know, and this will help you to understand actually how to say whether a process is a chemical reaction or not. So you should know what is a change is. So change is of two types. Change is of two types. A change may be a physical change, or it may be a chemical change. So what all is a chemical change comes under chemical reaction. If we have to understand the difference between physical change and chemical change, then let us assume certain examples. Supposingly, you are putting on the fan. You are putting on fan, putting on light, turning of pages. All these processes, they are just physical changes. When you put on the light, the bulb or the tube light, it glows. But it never becomes anything else. It is as such that only. So a physical change is a change in which nothing new is formed. Like if you assume milk as an your example, then hopefully you will be able to understand physical change and chemical change properly with the difference between both. So boiling of milk you assume. When you boil the milk, is it changing to anything else? After boiling also it is milk only. Only the temperature changes. So when nothing new is formed, that process is called as physical change. So boiling of milk, boiling of water, all these are just physical changes. Right? Melting of ice, making of ice from water, that all is a physical change because you are not going to get anything new. But the same example of milk, I have given the example of boiling of milk here. Boiling of milk in the physical change, as the milk remains milk only after boiling also. Now let us compare with this example in terms of chemical reactions also. So I said physical change, in physical change nothing new is formed, but in chemical change always something new is formed. Right? This is the most important point. Always something new is formed. You assume the same example. Here you said boil the milk. Here you say let the milk get curdled. Means you have to let the milk set in the form of curd. Or if the milk has got sour, then now even after doing a lot many things, the curd will now not become milk in any case. Once the milk has become curd, आप उसे वापस मिल्क नहीं बना सकते, बट यहाँ पे मिल्क बॉईल करने के बाद उसे ठंडा करेंगे, दैट इज मिल्क ओनली इन ऑल द सिचुएशंस. सो आई होप द पॉइंट इज क्लियर. फिजिकल चेंज में कुछ भी नया नहीं बनता, but in the chemical change always something new is formed. So a physical change is when there is no appreciable change, कुछ भी नया नहीं बनता, but in chemical change always something new is formed. One more property or one more difference you should understand between a physical change and a chemical change, and that is physical changes are reversible in nature. They can be reversed. आप इन्हें रिवर्स कर सकते हैं. जैसे आपने फैन ऑन किया था, आप उसे ऑफ कर सकते हैं. मिल्क बॉईल किया था, उसे कूल कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. लेकिन केमिकल चेंजेस दे कैन नॉट बी रिवर्स्ड. दे कैन नॉट बी रिवर्स्ड इन एनी कंडीशंस. इसका क्या मतलब है? अगर आपने दूध से दही बना दिया है तो आप दही को वापस दूध बना सकते हैं क्या? नहीं बना सकते. या सपोजिंगली आपने एक पेपर जला दिया है, सो बर्निंग ऑफ पेपर विल मेक ऐश. अब आप ऐश को वापस किसी भी कंडीशन में फिर से पेपर में बना सकते हैं क्या? नहीं बना सकते. इट मीन्स ऑल द केमिकल रिएक्शंस वंस आर डन मीन्स डन. दे आर फाइनल. दे गिव यू द प्रोडक्ट एंड you cannot change that product back to the reactant. मतलब किसी भी रिएक्शन में लेफ्ट टू राइट जाना पॉसिबल है, बट राइट टू लेफ्ट आना पॉसिबल नहीं है. There are certain exceptions wherein the going forward and backward both is possible. They are called as reversible reactions, but they are actually out of the scope of class 10th syllabus, so you can leave it. You can just assume that chemical changes or the chemical reactions cannot be undone. You cannot undone them. Once they are done means done. Product is formed. Now you cannot get back the reactant. You can assume and you can learn this example. But there are certain processes in the nature nearby us which have both physical and chemical change. Like if I ask you, assume an example, cutting of fruits. Cutting of fruits. Cutting of a tree, burning of candle, right now I'm recollecting these three examples. You think of them and can you classify them as physical change or chemical change? Now let us discuss. If you cut fruits, can you join, if you have cut an apple in 4 pieces, can you join it back to make a single apple? So it cannot be, undone. So is it a chemical change? Cutting off apple is a chemical change? This is the question of mine. So here you are now stuck. One more thing you think. As I told, in the physical change, nothing new is formed. So when you have cut the apple, is it changed to banana or grapes? No, it's apple only. So, in cutting of fruits, nothing new is formed, you have seen. So, it means it should be a physical change, right? But as I said, now as it is cut, the fruit is cut, now you cannot join it back and make it again apple. अब आपने apple काटा था खाने के लिए and you don't want to eat. So, can you join it back to make the proper complete apple? No. तो आपने कहा कि केमिकल चेंज को हम रिवर्स नहीं कर सकते, तो यानी ये केमिकल चेंज है क्या? So it means there are certain examples like cutting of fruits. आपने एक पेड़ काट दिया है, अब आपको बुरा लग रहा है, आप उसे वापस जोड़ सकते हो क्या ग्लू से या फेविकोल से? In any case can you join it? No, isn't it? तो क्या वो केमिकल चेंज है? पर पेड़ तो काटने के बाद कुछ नया नहीं बना, तो उसको फिर तो फिजिकल चेंज होना चाहिए था, isn't it? So there are certain examples like cutting of fruit, cutting of trees, burning of candle. We will discuss in detail, but you think these two cases, they are example. Actually all the three which I have written here are the example of both physical and chemical change, right? They are example of both physical and chemical change. I hope the first two are clear to you. Let's discuss the third one. Burning of candle is also having both physical and chemical change. Here the physical change is melting of wax. The wax is melting. This is the physical change. And if you talk about what is the chemical change in the burning of candle, then the answer is the wick is burning and it is getting converted, the wax is getting evaporated and getting converted into carbon that you cannot get back. Vapors of wax are lost, you cannot get back. So this part is called as chemical change. So I hope this example was clear that in the nature there are certain processes which are the example of both physical and chemical changes. And I have given you these examples as I got them in my mind just now. You can think of many more. You can think of so many processes going on nearby and try to arrange them in physical change or chemical change depending upon these 2 points. And I hope you will be able to assign. Now let us continue and discuss what are the characteristics of chemical reactions. Characteristics means if any process is going on, what are the visual effects or what are the things by watching or looking at them you can say that it is a chemical reaction. आप क्या देखकर बोल सकते हो कि कोई process chemical reaction है या नहीं. So there are major 5 such characteristics. First is, if a reaction has taken place, then there may be evolution of a gas. A gas may be released, right? Then, if there is the formation of a precipitate, precipitate in short form is called as PPT, not PowerPoint presentation. This is precipitate. Short form of precipitate is PPT, usually written in small letters, but it's the short form of precipitate. So what is a precipitate? A precipitate is a solid product. It's a solid product. It's like scum. It looks like curd. So it is a solid product which separates out from the solution during a chemical reaction. तो एक precipitate क्या है? Precipitate वो substance है जो chemical reaction होते समय अलग हो जाता है या separate हो जाता है. The precipitate can be white in color or it may be colored also. Okay, like it may be white precipitate, it may be yellow precipitate, it may be red or brown precipitate, so on. So precipitate means a solid product or a solid substance which is made during the reaction, and it looks, if you want to visualize as 10th में you are not doing any practical right now, तो कैसे उसे समझेंगे कैसे दिखता होगा? तो it looks like curd. Okay, like curd is solid and semi solid both. Similarly, this is also in appearance. Now you have discussed 2 properties, 2 characteristics of chemical reactions. Third is, if there is change in color, if your reactant is changing color, then there may be a process called as chemical reaction taking place. Then if suppose there is change in temperature, like I can give you a very simple example. If you add water to what? Calcium oxide, that is tuna. If you add water, then you will see evolution of gas also, right? And simultaneously the beaker or the vessel which is containing this reaction mixture will become hot, because this reaction is exothermic. So we will discuss what is exothermic. So any reaction which shows the change in temperature can be classified as exothermic and endothermic, 2 types. So we are talking about change. Change may be increase in temperature, decrease in temperature, both. So exothermic reactions are the reactions. I am writing a reaction like there is a reaction A plus B giving AB. Similarly here also I am writing A plus B giving AB. I have written the same reaction, so you might be wondering how we will differentiate. So exothermic reactions are the reactions which when happen, then there is always the release of energy. एनर्जी निकलती है, ठीक है, यानी जो प्रोडक्ट बनता है उसके साथ एनर्जी रिलीज होती है हीट के फॉर्म में. सो दैट इज वाई वी आर कॉलिंग चेंज इन टेम्परेचर. तो हीट निकलेगी तो क्या होगा, रिएक्शन जिस वेसल में हो रही है वो गर्म हो जाएगा. देन एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस आर द रिएक्शंस which will not happen until and unless you heat the reactant. So endothermic reactions are the reactions in which energy has to be given to the reactant, तभी प्रोडक्ट बनेगा, ठीक है. So in exothermic reactions energy is released when the product is formed, and endothermic reactions are the reactions which happen only when the reactants are given energy. तो एक्सो में रिएक्शन होने के बाद हीट निकलती है और एंडो में जब तक आप हीट नहीं करेंगे रिएक्शन नहीं होगी. सो एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन आर द रिएक्शंस व्हिच प्रोसीड विद द रिलीज ऑफ एनर्जी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट. एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शंस आर द रिएक्शंस इन विच द रिएक्टेंट्स आर सपोज्ड टू बी हीटेड और गिवन एनर्जी so that the reaction can happen. So this is how you can classify the reactions based on the change in temperature. Then comes the fifth and the last point, change in state. Change in state. So what is state? You already have studied in class 9th. Matter can be found in 3 states, solid, liquid, gas. So if any state transition is taking place, then that process may also be called as a chemical reaction. Now I have told you 5 characteristics of a chemical reaction and they are listed over here. It's not necessary that a single chemical reaction has any one characteristic out of it. There may be a chemical reaction which can have all of them. सारी चीजें उसमें हो सकती हैं, इनमें से कुछ हो सकती हैं या सिर्फ एक भी हो सकती है. कहने का मतलब ये है कि कोई रिएक्शन ऐसी हो सकती है जो इनमें से 2 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक शो कर दे एक साथ, या 2 से ज्यादा भी कर सकती है, या सिर्फ सिंगल भी वो ऑब्जर्वेशन आपको दे सकती है. राइट नाउ हियर द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक विच वी नीड टू डिस्कस इन इंट्रोडक्शन is chemical equation and what is the difference between a chemical reaction and chemical equation. Although there is not a very big difference between the both, but at the level of 10th class you cannot say that they are same. A chemical equation is the method of representing a chemical reaction with the help of symbols and formula of the substances involved in it, and this is known as what? Chemical equation. Now see, what is a chemical equation? According to definition, ये वो तरीका है. This is the method of representing a chemical reaction. मतलब chemical reaction को represent करने का तरीका, express करने का method chemical equation कहलाता है. Right? So I'll explain it properly by taking an example. On the first page where I have given you the definition of chemical reaction, there I have said a chemical reaction is a reaction in which something new is formed. Right? So you see, if I write zinc plus sulfuric acid, it will give you zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. So when we write a chemical reaction in alphabets, that is words, then this is called as word equation. This is called as word equation. शब्दों में लिखा है, right? In the previous word equation which I had written just now, Zn, for Zn I have written zinc. So you came to understand that for zinc, symbol is Zn. Similarly for sulfuric acid, symbol is H2SO4. Similarly for zinc sulfate, symbol is ZnSO4. And for hydrogen, the symbol is H2. So when I replace all the words in the word equation with these symbols, like Zn plus, in place of sulfuric acid I am writing H2SO4, because just now I told for the sulfuric acid the formula is H2SO4. So what you are doing, you are substituting the word equation with the formula. So zinc plus H2SO4, now put an arrow, is giving you ZnSO4, that is zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. So when we convert a word equation into symbolic form, this expression is called as what? Chemical equation. So you can say one more sentence about chemical equations, that chemical equations are the way of expressing chemical reaction. More or less they are same. They are same because chemical reaction is expressed in terms of chemical equation. So what is a chemical equation? A chemical equation is a particular way of writing a chemical reaction. So you can call it as a chemical reaction also, and you can call it as a chemical equation also. And as I already told, the left hand side part of this is called as reactant, right hand side is called as a product, and they are separated by writing an arrow between them. So I hope this is clear and you all have understood that what is the meaning of a chemical reaction, what is a chemical equation, what are the different characteristics of a chemical reaction, and what is a physical and chemical change, and on what basis you can assign a process happening as a physical change or a chemical change. Thank you for watching. Have a great time ahead.